pharmacy. This can't be normal Dylan Radigan. Drunk? No. Come on, Life of Brian Cuomo, after covering up the virus since 2019, is setting up a police state throughout New York. After the economic destruction is complete, 3 corporations will buy up the wreckage. Glad Dylan approves. Derek Schaefer. Omar said today on Twitter that she has co-sponsored.
Hey Debbie, hey Ice.
Emergency UBI.
What's up, guys?
Weldon Mix. Eckhart Tolle.
I got a super chat over at Jimmy Dore. Waiting for them to read it.
Earth has its own consciousness and will heal itself in humans, causing global warming. I'll be listening to Eckhart today. Sam Pro Caladog. Weed will get you through times of no money better than money will get you through times of no weed. Yes, we definitely made a weed run. Jason V. My company gave us 2 weeks of sick time if we run out, but all the time gets taken from our future vacations, less than 14 days a year. I have 1 sick day. Go ahead.
Can I just tell you, breaking, prosecutors moved to drop the case against the Russians that was charged by Mueller. Remember that big thing? Oh, he's got indictments. He's prosecuting. Oh, he's big indictment. And people would use Mueller's indictment as proof, which that's not what it is. They just dropped the charge. They just dropped up. Remember those said they're going to prosecute those Russians for meddling? They just dropped the charges. Isn't that fucking funny?
Well, you know, it's as if
Hey, Jack.
the entire mainstream media ignored the signs of what was happening because they had their heads so far up about impeachment and Russia.
And where were they on this? They didn't know this was coming? No. No, they just let this happen.
So our
and Nancy
mainstream...
Pelosi's big solution to this problem, when it arose, was that she's going to make the vaccine affordable in a year. That was her solution.
And she said that publicly.
Yeah.
She said it out loud. All right. You know, I just have to say that it would appear that our mainstream media is reactionary. They cover things reactively instead of investigatively.
Yes, Steph, you are correct. If they, whatever is the news cycle, that's it. And they're not news people. They're propagandists. I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's what they are. If you work at MSNBC or CNN, you're a propagandist. And if you work at the Washington Post or the New York Times, you might not be personally yourself a propagandist, but your organizations are. Nothing but propaganda organizations.
Just so you know, I want to play Newsom at the end of the show.
Oh,
Okay?
we did it. We
Yeah,
did it.
I want to play that. Wolfpack, 5G turned on equals COVID-19. T-Raid and Thunderbolt. Fox News is reporting the 1K UBI came from Mitt Romney. Give Tulsi 0 credit. Go figure. Tara Suzanne, Trudeau just closed our borders to all countries except U.S. This is the same PM who've been photographed 3 times in blackface. Yeah, I didn't know 3 times. Crusher and Nada. From hearing Jimmy, UBI sounds like jagging off. Once you do it the first time, you're going to want to do it again. UBI, let's stimulate the economy. George Asmussen.
Stimulate.
Have you mentioned Romney endorses $1,000 payment? You got it. Jurgen Nutman. Steph Z sent you info on Twitter. PM. You should check. I will check. Thanks for telling me. I don't check a lot of things. I don't check my Facebook. Why would I? But I did send out lots of messages yesterday to friends who probably don't check Facebook. And I was telling them to flipping self-quarantine. Yeah. It's not that long. It's like 15 to 20 minutes, but the clip is long. That's why it's queued up.
We have advanced a partnership that was initiated well over a week ago with Verily, the health and life science subsidiary of Alphabet. We advanced that partnership with the idea of bringing to market the capacity for individuals that have developed mild symptoms or are concerned about their status from the perspective of being in a vulnerable population, be it our seniors or at higher risk of contracting the disease, to give them the opportunity to go on this portal to answer
Hey, Frank.
specific questions, to be scored in terms of their likelihood to be needed to be tested, and then be allowed and directed the opportunity to be tested at what will be at launch 2 specific sites, one in Santa Clara County, one in San Mateo County. That portal, that page that allows people to interface will go online tomorrow.
So is he talking about a testing thing that they're setting up? So they're working with Alphabet, right, which is Google, to set up some kind of a. So this is a public-private partnership, and so that's what he's talking about here.
And we will then begin to make reservations, and people throughout the course of next week will be in the opportunity to get the mobile testing that so many are
So
discussing.
he's talking about partnership with Google, Alphabet, so they can get mobile testing set up. And he's announcing 2 testing spots.
Right on, Alaska.
And
How
so
about
they
you?
have promoted. We expect that those 2 pilots, one in Santa Clara County, one in San Mateo County, will significantly expand to other parts of the state. We have a deep eye and consciousness on the Central Valley, other parts of the state. We want to make sure, from not just a density of concern, Santa Clara being one of our top priorities as a county, that's the answer to why we're starting there, but more broadly, that we
Shoes
look at the
off.
issues of socioeconomics and access as a big part of the advancement of the Verily partnership. We hope that this partnership can scale, and we believe it will be a national model. There's simply no other interface that exists in the United States that allows people a portal that has questions and the capacity to geospatially identify where people are, so we can identify the closest areas for mobile testing that we're aware of in the country. And so we are very encouraged by this
All right.
partnership, very enthusiastic to finally announce it. I know there's been some conversations about it in the media, but it is going live this week in the next 24 to 48 hours, fully operational in the first 2 piloted areas in our state. We have the capacity currently through the assets in hand, be it swabs, and that's an issue that I will discuss in a moment, the issue of swabs, not just the issue of reagents, not just the issue of RNA extraction kits that are part of our testing regime, but also the availability of swabs. But the first tranche, we have over 9,000 test capacity
plugged in?
with the swabs, and we will partner with Quest in terms of the diagnostics of those tests. And the turnaround is typical at Quest, anywhere from 2 days, some cases 3 days, is roughly the estimate. People will be automatically notified.
So Cleveland Clinic came up with a test, 9 hours you can find out. Why don't they use that test? I don't know, maybe it takes that long because of the bureaucracy here, I don't know.
Based upon that screening criteria and based upon that interface on that portal of their
I want to get to the part where he talks about the homeless. So that's what
God
you
bless
want?
America.
So he's kind of over-explaining this right now, isn't he? Yes.
results. If people have severe symptoms, the medical community, both private, public, commercial, but as it relates to supplies, and one must be honest about that and forthright about it, but significant increases nonetheless in the testing protocols are being advanced, again, I think quite substantively with this new partnership. As it relates to the purpose of developing these partnerships, the purpose of our testing, that is to identify through community surveillance where we are, so that we can begin to across the state accordingly. I mentioned this a few
Already
days
cleaned
ago.
off the
I'll remind
plates.
folks, we have about 74,000 hospital beds in the
Got
state.
my Jack Hair bud right here.
416 different hospitals. We have surge capacity in our state, just shy of 9,000 beds, 8,661 beds to be exact. And that is on the basis of current survey that's very contemporary.
Start off with a
of
bong
the
rip.
existing hospital system. We have about 11,500 ICU beds in our system, but that's not just for adults. That also includes pediatric ICUs. It's just shy of 11,500 when you add the two numbers up. We have new and detailed information about access to ventilators, over 7,587, not over 7,587 ventilators currently reside in our hospitals, and we have procured new ventilators, a few hundred that we were able to purchase, and we also have our own cash, both through our EMSA and our CDPH sites that include an additional roughly 900 ventilators in addition to the 7587 that I referenced. So I give you those numbers because a lot of people have asked about that information. Those are the most up-to-date and contemporary numbers. I also make that point as a point of consideration and segue to the subsequent announcement. And that is, as we manage this disease and the dynamic nature of this moment, we need to anticipate spread, but we also need to prioritize our focus. And the purpose of today's announcement is to focus on specifically what we mean by that. Most important thing.
Clear your throat, you fucking idiot!
The most vulnerable. Protect our
I hate when
seniors.
people talk
In
like
the state of
that.
California, we estimate we have 5.3
God,
million
you're an idiot.
Californians that are 65 years or older. Of those 5.3
Do you not have a
million
fucking
65
mother
years
growing
older,
up?
We are prioritizing their safety because of their unique
Clear your throat!
vulnerabilities,
You sound like an idiot.
to this virus. We also are prioritizing those.
It's
with
called
chronic
ahem.
conditions and
Ahem.
prioritizing our
Fucking
homeless.
idiot.
And it's in those three areas that I want to advance some new considerations for the public, a new direction for the people of the state of California.
Fuck this
we
guy.
are calling for the home isolation of all seniors in the state of California. We are calling for
God,
the
I'm
isolation,
so
home
sick of hearing
isolation
this
of
guy's
all
stupid
of those 65
goddamn
years and older, and
vocal
those with
fry
chronic
goddamn
conditions.
bullshit voice.
We are doing
Thinks he's
so
a fucking.
with our eyes
He thinks
wide
he's an
open
actress
at the
from Sex
magnitude
and the
of what
City.
that means,
Oh, he's so
and the need
sexy
to provide
sounding.
wraparound services to support our seniors in need of medical supply.
So I just
Thank you, Jesus fuck. God, that guy's voice is so annoying.
I referenced the issue of homelessness. This is a top concern in the state of California in the abstract.
All right, no law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is a piss for all. Whenever. I don't care. Cheers.
So they know that. They know they have 108,000 homeless people in the state of California. Wow. That's a
Well, so it takes a pandemic to
Well,
actually decide to do something about our homeless.
well, let's see what they said and then we'll comment.
We need to meet this moment aggressively, and I can assure you, I mentioned 13 of our task force teams.
So we can meet this moment aggressively. The coronavirus moment, but not the homeless moment. So we can handle this homeless moment now. Watch.
That are residing in this building. There are teams just working 24/7 on this issue to get people out of encampments and get people into environments where we can address their growing anxiety and our growing concern about the health of some of our most vulnerable Californians out in the streets and sidewalks. We are in real time procuring hotels and motels
Right,
to
Diana?
convert to appropriate sites. We have just identified as just an example. This is not even close to the magnitude of what we are proposing, but it's just a point of consideration and a proof point to give you a sense of what we're doing. We have additional 450 trailers that we've identified that will be.
Dude, did they just fucking say what I think they said?
To critical points.
They have 450 trailers. All of a sudden they have 450 trailers. Where'd they come from? All of a sudden there's hotels and motels that they're going to be able to get these people.
Sitting in parking lots. Sitting in
You
fucking.
could have done this shit all along.
Sitting on acres of FEMA property.
You could have been doing this all along.
Sure.
It took a pandemic for you guys to implement a plan to help the homeless people. Yes.
He makes a great point. This is why I watch this guy.
And I'm guessing because the homeless people don't.
Jimmy
How
Dore.
could you be the governor? That's the governor of California. There's 108,000 homeless people sleeping on the street. The people in the most vulnerable situations of us and he goes to sleep every night without doing anything about them.
He's right.
We're the fifth
Except
largest
now,
economy.
we're the fifth largest economy in the world. He goes to sleep every night, knowing there's 108,000 of his constituents on the street, and he goes to sleep. And you know what? And now he has a plan for it. Why? Because it affects us. Now he has a plan for it. I'm glad he has a plan for it. This pandemic is doing more for socialism than anybody. We're going to get UBI. They're going to take care of the homeless. Because, I don't know if you remember, Trump was trying to institute some homeless plan, and his plan was to lock them up pretty much. Gavin Newsom didn't have a plan then. Didn't have a plan until yesterday. The thing is, it's not even a campaign issue when people run for office. They don't even have to address it. Did they ever talk about homelessness in one presidential debate? Did it ever even come up? How are you going to handle the homelessness? No. No, not even. We don't even give a fuck. That's how moral we are. That's how decent we are. Not decent. Trump is the representation of this country. We walk past homeless people in the richest country in the world. Gavin Newsom has 108,000 people living on the streets. He doesn't give a shit until now because it affects him. Because now it affects other people. And it might affect him getting reelected. So now he has to take care of this homeless problem because it'll look bad for him trying to get reelected. Because if he doesn't take care of it, it'll stop us from dealing with the coronavirus, and that'll kill his reelection. So now he wants to. So now it's important. That just goes to show you the moral bankruptcy of this entire country. This idea that somehow, the other politicians are better than Trump. Every night that guy went to bed knowing there's 108,000 of the most vulnerable people without shelter. Anyway, what would you like to say about that? Oh, is there more to this? Let's watch.
Across this state, and we're working to address the needs within the shelters so that, again, we have appropriate distancing and we are appropriating ourselves as it relates to social mixing for those vulnerable communities as well. So that's another area of deep and disproportionate emphasis that also we are advancing as a directive.
Okay. That's from Mike Timpson. Thank you, Mike. So there you go. There's our governor. All of a sudden, he's got a plan for the homeless. All of a sudden, they got 450 trailers out of nowhere. All of a sudden, they're going to find hotels and motel places for these people. That's the kind of stuff governments are supposed to be doing on the regular. That's the whole point of having a government. Now you understand why we got Trump? Because we have a government that doesn't take care of its own fucking people. That's why people voted for Trump. Because we have a government that doesn't take care of its own people. It implements laws that makes it harder for them. The government screws them over.
Today's LA Times article highlights Governor Newsom's speech, and one of the quotes is, Randy Simonson, a 65-year-old homeless man in Sacramento, said he would like to go indoors during the crisis. He listened to the governor's speech on a transistor radio and heard the call for older residents to stay home. But I don't have a home.
Doesn't have a home. So what's going to happen is all the homeless people are going to get coronavirus, and they're going to be the ones in your ICUs. And then you're not going to be able to get a bed because it's all going to be taken with a homeless person because they didn't have any protection from this. Who do you think's going to be the one sick first?
Continuing on the topic of the crisis, Jimmy, they were talking about Ralph's grocery chains have announced changes to deal with relentless throngs of shoppers. They're trying to contact more of the shipments to come in. They're going to shorten their hours so they can have more time to restock. And, I'm sure you've already read that there have been fist fights at certain...
I haven't read that.
Oh,
Give
yeah,
this
supermarkets.
another minute or
Police
two,
had to be called in.
and we'll
But
pull it.
in one supermarket in Koreatown, what they're
And
doing
hopefully
is
Steph
they're
will
only
read our
allowing
super
about
chat.
30 customers to come in to the store. And so there's a line outdoors. So some grocery stores are taking these proper precautions not to have the store completely filled. Because we all saw those images from the airports this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That people were there for
Right on it. Right on
so
Diana.
many hours, like over 8 hours.
Right. So Arnold, when you put that video together, just put it from where I said he's going to talk about. Skip all that stuff he said about the testing, and then just
To
go
Mike
right,
Simpson's.
go right to Mike Simpson's video. So my setup, and then. Okay.
Starbucks also announced that they would limit their. It's only to go now. It's going to be in drive-throughs throughout the nation.
Oh, really?
So they're not going to allow. They're going to empty out their coffee rooms, and you're just going to be able to do pickup. I got several emails today from different restaurants that say we're here for you to do drive-through or pickups, curbside pickup.
So here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'd say
Person
3 minutes is a long enough
cooks
time.
food.
3 minutes
is
on the
touching
press.
it. He's breathing on it, or she. And then the person who
Packages the food.
takes the food and packages it.
There we go.
They
3
are
minutes.
touching it with their hands and breathing on it, and then they put it in a bag that they touch with their hands and then breathe on it, and they give it to a delivery person who he touches it with his hands and then he breathes on it too, and he brings it to you. Now those people they're not self-quarantined; they're out in the world. I see. That's what there's no way around that shit.
You can't have 3 feet between you when you work in a kitchen.
Right. There's
You've
no
seen
three-
how people
there's no
work on
3
a grill.
Feet. There's no 3 feet between. But the point is, he can't have 3 feet between my food and him when he's cooking it. Right? He's not gonna have a spatula that's 3 feet long and then flip shit on the grill. So I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But we just had some groceries delivered, and they're sitting on our front porch. I don't know. We have to. Is there anything perishable with that? We should go take a look.
I handled that.
Oh, you did? All right. So go ahead. Let's read the rest of the questions.
Okie doke. Let me see where I am. 416. Kyle Kalinske retweeted Illinois' local news accidentally showing a graphic with a fake vote.
Yep.
Told us that called the election for Biden. Please cover. We did. Thank you, Imagine Bull 17, King Gladiator. Illinois taking election fraud to the next level.
How? Oh, with that, you mean? Yeah, I got it.
Evo Kusik, #1 fan. Thank you for the jumping pair. Internet veteran. Why would Bernie, parentheses, or anyone with morals, end parentheses, participate in a debate that literally screwed over a woman of color? Well, let's end with that.
Oh, that's
really
a
good-
great. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
That's a great point. Thank you for making that point. Whoever made that point.
Internet veteran.
It would have been helpful if Bernie. I think it would have been helpful if Bernie to have Tulsi at that debate. I don't know. Maybe not.
Woman of color,
but-
veteran, and active member of Congress.
How
How
do
can he
you-
be trusted if
How do
he's
you
not
right,
willing to do
They're
that?
both up there fucking virtue signaling, saying they're going to pick a female vice president. There's a female who's being excluded from this debate right now
She qualified,
who qualified, and they didn't say shit about it.
and that's how much
So
they
again,
believe in
that's another.
democracy.
I know there's a lot of people who have, for whatever reason, Tulsi isn't progressive enough for them. It has to do.
I'm
with,
gonna get a cooling plate.
Does anybody know?
Pasta said, I'm ready to be your personal chef. Coronavirus free
Ah.
gourmet food. Thank you, Pasta.
So anyway, let's go this way.
Lloyd Tucker. I'm working in Ford factory as I write this. These companies don't give a damn. There are 3 shifts, 2,000 people minimum
Wow.
per shift, and we all touch the same vehicles repeatedly. It's
Coldplay.
disastrous. Lloyd Tucker, you and your family take good care of yourself, buddy. The Big Red Bear. The election must be reorganized to be mail-in only. If not, the election must be postponed. Corona's not a joke. This is a serious issue. You got it, Big Red Bear. Robert De Greco. Why didn't they... Where'd it go? Hold on. I got it crossed. Hold on. Why didn't they? Shoot, that jumped a lot. Bernie, Congress got it. I'm almost there. Why didn't they run a test with Bernie winning? Right, Robert? Right. Kevin Johnson, we need and want UBI. That's why we'll never get it. Come on, Kevin. We got to start thinking positively, even though it looks like the deck is stacked against us. Nishan, thank you, Nason. Chris Falcon, I bet someone aired it on purpose to let everyone know this election is rigged. That is a fascinating perspective, Chris. Thank you. Trendy as Dabbers, Jimmy. Trendy as Dabbers, we did get our gift.
Yes, thank you.
Hope you love the special gifts. Have you used any of them yet? Can you tell your viewers I do a live cannabis show 3 times a day on my channel?
So
Trendy as Dabbers.
Trendy as Dabbers sent us some stuff. It's got some THC. It's like a cream for your skin. I use it. It helps me in myriad ways. I had a rash that they kept prescribing steroids for. There's a name for it. What this rash is, it's where you have skin folds, and for sometimes that gets irritated where your skin folds, or your folds of your skin are. And there's a name for that. I can't remember what it is. But they kept prescribing me different, and for like months I was putting on, and that's not good to use steroids now. Anyway, so I use that. Works out.
That's pretty great. Trendy as Dabbers 3 times. You do a cannabis show 3 times a day, 3 times a day on your channel. Trendy as Dabbers, you got it, buddy. Chucky Boy C.
Wow! What a
Well,
promo!
can we send a shout out to the elderly people trapped on the Celebrity cruise ship?
So, gotta shout them
Or
back
run
and
out
say,
of
you guys
medicine?
check out Jimmy Dore Show.
Yeah,
Steph
that,
and Ron
that is
Placone
overwhelming.
on Twitter
Yes,
and on
I'm
YouTube.
sure they're gonna
And
get the
thank you,
medications
thank
that
you,
they need.
thank
We have to
you.
think positive. I like to think positive.
Thank you,
Otherwise,
thank you, thank
know,
you.
We're doomed. Okay. Texas progressives. Yes, Bernie did on CNN post-debate interview.
Okay.
Oh, Bernie did say.
Now I know why you guys are
Okay.
here.
Ask me for peace, Brit.
So back to me, but thank you guys so much for being here when that happened. All right, let me. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, great. All right, and let's bring your chat in a little bit better. That's better for me. Okay. All right. So we are scraping some rosin. And it is coming right off this page. Snappy, snappy, snappy. And we are just going to keep on keeping on. Now it got too cold, so we're going to go back over here. Because it got too cold. And it's very temperamental. The Jack Herer is a very temperamental strain for removing off the page. It kind of goes from hot to cold really fast. It's very temperamental. And then it gets super shattery when it gets cold. So just keep that in mind if you're squishing Jack Herer. Z Marzi, I'm here for the cannabis. Right on. We're huge fans of Jimmy Dore. Thank you, Z Marzi. Yes. Yeah, we're making shatter. This is shatter. It shatters. It's coming right off the page. And yeah. Welcome to the show. And thank you so much for being a Jimmy Dore fan. I'm a big fan of Jimmy Dore. I'm always promoting Jimmy Dore, and it's nice to meet fellow Jimmy Dore fans. So thank you for coming to my show. It was so nice to have a nice, to have that nice promotion from Steph and Jimmy. And you know, when she said I did a show, did you hear Jimmy in the background go, "Oh, he does a show. Oh." Like Jimmy was like all excited to find out that I do a show. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. Is he gonna fucking check out my show now? Oh man. Yeah, big fan of Jimmy Doors. Ever since my friend Gary Schofield and his wife Sue told me about Jimmy, I had no idea really what he was about. I'd seen him on the Young Turks, and I thought he was funny and cool. But when you hear someone repeatedly tell you that they have a show and they blah, 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 it takes so much to get you to actually go check it out. It really does. And I had to hear it over and over and over again, and from Jimmy Dore on the Young Turks, and I still hadn't checked out the Jimmy Dore show. But when my friend Gary told me to go check out Jimmy Dore show, well, then I went and checked it out because my friend Gary watches it. And it was that recommendation that got me watching the show, not Jimmy Dore telling me to watch his show. So I see how that works. Gary Schofield. Yeah, my friend Gary Schofield. Uh-huh. Gary and Sue Schofield. All right, so here's the well, there's a little bit on the back. There's a little bit on the back. Okay, so we'll get what's on the back here. Here we go. And we're going to go ahead and put that in our Jack Herer container. Those of you that were wondering if I was out of Jack Herer and if that's why I was making more. No, I never wait till I run out of something to get more. Never. I always stock up before I run out because that's the kind of person I am. I don't care if it's toilet paper. I don't care if it's Jack Herer, rosin, or what. Right? It's just the kind of person I am. I don't like running out of shit. Look at the color difference there. Big color difference. What's up, Jerry Ramirez? Z Marze says lol. Okay, so Z Marze, welcome to the show. It looks like we brought one per Jack's name correctly, unlike Burner's friend who I can remember his name. Yeah, Jack Herer. There's a lot of people. Jack Herrera, I hear. People just, they hear it wrong and they think that's correct, or they read it the way they want to read it. But I was taught by somebody who actually was friends with Jack Herer. So my friend Squatch used to hang out with him, and he's the one that said Herer. And I'm like, oh, that's easy enough to remember. Herer. Okay. He says that's what Jack used to tell people to pronounce his name. Herer. Jack Herer. I'm just gonna get some alcohol here on this paper towel. Now you can use trendy paint oil to clean your fingers with as well when you're dealing with cannabis oil. Trendy paint oil will take it off. But I want you to know we've got plenty of pages cut, ready to go. All I have to do is load in the bud and throw it on the plates. And I can even take this alcohol right here and clean off those plates right now real fast, and you guys can watch me do it. So let's do that really fast. You kind of want to do it quick, and you want to kind of quadruple this up so you don't burn your fingers, because it is really hot. Those plates do get hot. So we'll just clean that off. Top and bottom there. There we go. Back and front. And now we're just going to turn that plate and line it up if we can. It's a little misaligned here. There we go. We want those plates lined up nice. Okay, now I'm just cleaning off my my hands here. practice. Jerry, oh, right on. Okay, cool. So let's move on to another press of Jack Herer, shall we? We'll just grab our here. Let's put this down here. It's a little big. Put that out of the way. Okay, and here we can even do that. We're gonna find some big buds, and you want to use big, tight buds, as big as you can find. If you're not putting it in a bag, if you're not using a bag, then you want to use some big, fat buds, because they will stay together. And that's what you want. You want these to stay together. You don't want them to blow apart. So nice big buds here. Let me see if I have another giant one. Will go well with this. Okay, I think this is good. Okay. These 3 buds. And we want to get them all right in the middle. So I'm thinking, here we go, like this. Just kind of organize them on there in a way so they're... Now, another thing you can do before you do this, you can take your buds and you can squish them together. Okay? You pre-press it. So, here, let's do that. You take your buds and just, if they're moist enough, you know, and they're not crunchy, and we're just going to blow that shake away. See what I did there? I just kind of smushed these three buds together. And now we're going to take this and put this on our press. Great. Now I'm just going to get in there and take a look at it and see how it's lined up. It's actually pretty darn good. All right, let's start compressing it, shall we? Okay. Take a look and see if everything is, I can push this back just a little bit. Go. Might be okay like that. And now we're just going to take this, boom, straight on up. To 8.5 tons of pressure. That's what I've been doing today. 8.5 tons. We immediately have oil coming out. Yeah, Be Real says Herrera, Jack Herrera. He doesn't know. It's okay. He's, you know, he's... He didn't know Jack, and he obviously doesn't know anybody who knew Jack Herer. Vince actually comes on this live stream. He was friends with Jack Herer. He comes on this live stream. Okay, let's take a look. There's oil coming out the back. There's no oil on the sides, but just front and back there is oil. So we did a 3-minute press last time. It is 420. So while we're waiting, we can go ahead and while when we left the show last time, I did a little math on the coronavirus, and it's down to 1 out of every 25 people now that gets it dies. It's pretty bad. You know, it's getting down to like your circle of friends. If you and your circle of friends get it, one of them's going to die now. If you know 24 other people, you know, I got 24 other people in my fucking family. You know, I got first cousins, aunts, uncles. You know, I could pretty much cover 25 people between their kids, pretty freaking fast. So, the people who are going to get it are the people who don't take it seriously. Those are the people who are going to catch it. The people who stay home and let this affect their lives, like I am and like you should too, because it's no big deal. If you let something affect your life, it's not the end of the fucking world. You're not a big fucking crybaby. When the 9/11 terror attacks happened, and if you stayed home for a year like I did, because you didn't want to be the next 3,000, group of 3,000 people that got fucking killed, kudos to you. My life didn't end because I spent more time in my home. In fact, hey man, I ended up here. And that may have set off the chain of events that got me to California and changed my life. I'm sure it did. Lot more than a fucking butterfly flapping its fucking wings, that's for sure. So, look at that oil coming out. We're almost at 3 minutes here. This would be a good time to use my my timers. My timers. Don't really want to go over 5 minutes because a lot of that oil is subjected to the heat there on those plates. Good thing is it's got parchment paper in between it, but it's still getting it pretty hot, taking the flavor out of it. So, okay, I'd say I think I'm going to do 4-minute presses, man. I'm pretty comfortable with that. Let me see if I see more activity coming out. Okay. Let's lift it. We will lift it all the way with this stick here. There we go. Plates don't go all the way up without a little help. Okay. Here we go. I've got tweezers here to help me pull this. A little bit of oil on there. Great press on those 3 buds. Three buds are now one, pressed together as one bud. Hey, Jinmin, what temperature? 180, I believe. Last time I checked. I haven't checked with a temp gun in a long time, but I believe the plates should be somewhere at about 180. I have to tighten up my plate. My top plate is turning a little bit on me. I have to tighten that up with a hammer and a screwdriver, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay, so this is how we did. Not bad, huh? The rosin just keeps it coming. And we'll just grab what temperature? Okay, cool. So we're good. And this is when it is shattery. And it shatters and you can end up losing a lot. So you have to be careful with it. When you get it really cold and it gets really shattery and brittle like this, you want to take it off of the cold and start pulling it, like we'll put it over here until We can't do that anymore. And then we'll put it back on the cold, back and forth, you know, until you have it all. It's just kind of a little, you know, you got to just kind of play that little zone, keep it in the zone, that perfect little zone. Now there is oil on the back side of this page. I can see it. I can see it through the paper as I clean the rest off. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back over here. Oh yeah, we've got to cool it down again. And there is a piece of flour on here. I want to get that off with these little tiny tweezers. There we go. And we don't have any flour in our oil that way. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go like this. Okay, that's what I like to show you guys. Right there. Look at that. Oops. Isn't that beautiful? That's what we're here for, right there. So I could just roll that up. I'm just going to roll that up and keep going with it. Nice big surface to pull more wax off with. Okay, that's the first half. Let's go over to the other page now, and we'll get the other half. Getting tricky because it's thin right here, but there's a lot of it. Very tricky right over there. Okay. Let's get over that tricky side. Oops. Okay, here. Let's warm it up a little bit. Look at this. Okay. So we'll get what's on the underside of this page now. There is about a dab, probably about a single dab. Hey, it says, I just got notification that I'm live on one of my channels. That's stupid. So stupid. Everyone should get notified right when I go live at the exact same time. It's just so fucking Big Brother, 1984, fucking George Orwell, Brazilian fucking bullshit. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so this is going in our container now. Look what we got. Big old thing of candy going in the candy jar. What? Hey, putting your fingers in the candy jar. You got caught with your hand in the candy jar there. Hey. My jack hair, the bottom is almost filled up. Yeah, the bottom's filled. It's covered the bottom already. Yeah. Already that much. What have we done? 3 presses, and I've already done enough to cover the bottom of my. That's great. Probably pressed out over a gram. I quit for 2 months now. My mind and body feel so. Yeah, your mind and body feel so fresh. Well, good for you, Cal. I smoke cannabis every day, 3 times a day for the last, I don't know how many years. And my mind and body feel so fresh too, you know? So if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. Okay, put that in the garbage there. Yeah, using parchment paper, It's the only thing I will use. The only thing I will use is parchment paper for this. So once again, another piece of parchment paper folded in half. Bigger than my plates. And we'll pick some nice big buds here. And, you know, we'll squish them together first again, like we did before. It's the way to go. Maybe we'll put another bud in there. Yeah. And now we're just going to take these buds and we're just going to squish them together. All right? And you kind of want to do this quickly because they will expand on you. So once you have them squished down, man, be kind of quick about this. Okay, we got it squished down. Okay, now get the dust off. Put it right on our page here. And let's pop this right in the rosin press. Let's see what we got here. Looks good to me. Eyes are out of focus from focusing on that rosin. Okay, crank my crank down here. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. And 8.5. Let's see if we get any activity. Boom, immediately. We got activity. Right off the bat. You refuse to smoke it? Sounds like a personal problem to me. Yeah, right? Do a dab with us, Jonas says. I can do a dab. Hold on. Let's do a dab. Okay. Okay, I got this beautiful paperweight rock here. It's just gorgeous. I just love having that there. Okay, so we're just gonna put all this stuff on here. Why not? Why not? A little bit younger, a little bit fresher. All right, so now let's get this out of our way. Whoa, hello, everybody, just calm down. Everybody, just calm down. Daniel Mullins, right on. Hey, Brian. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me move this ice baby out of the way. Okay, it's my friend Iceman's theme song. Okay. Got a little bit of oil on my arm there. It's bothering me. Okay, so here we go. My doggy, he sleeps on the couch. All right, let's see how we're looking here. How long has it been in there for? Okay, 1 more minute. We'll leave it on there for 1 more minute. Don't want to forget it. Okay. Boflau? Everybody says Boflau. Everybody says Boflau. Boflau. Everybody says Boflau. 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 Flow. 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 To the flow. 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 To the flow. Flow. All right, we're gonna do a dab of Jack Herrer, freshly squeezed. Right? But first, we're gonna remove this from the press. Impressive. We don't want to burn it. So there it is. Okay, we will fully lift the plate up here. There it goes. Now we will remove and we will inspect and we will get this. The first thing, we got to get the puck right off of there. That's immediate, requires immediate attention. See if it absorbed too much oil off of there. Seems okay. Let's use our paperweight and just find out. Yeah, this is okay, it's fine. And this is what we're left with. Got just about all the oil off of it. You can see a couple of puddles on there. But that's, you know, it's like a dab or two at the most that's still on there. See that? Smells good. Okay, let's put that in our jar here. All right, now we can get high. Okay, and then we'll get to collecting the rosin off of this in a second. But let's pause and smoke a little here. Okay, what do you guys say? Good? Are we good? Move this over. Okay, cool. Got the doggy. We got everything. God, I had so much fun playing with Rogan today. Spent a lot of time with him. We were wrestling around on the floor. He's good at that, man. He's really fun, you know. Likes to play. All right. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabisism, tisms for all. Cheers, everybody. Join me in a dab, won't you? Press number 1 if you came over from Jimmy Dore. Okay, these are all trendies. Okay. Just trendies here. I'll take full credit. Man, I'm feeling that. Feeling like, relaxed. Let's try to pull some of this jack hair off. This page here. I'm gonna need my block of ice here. And cool this off. Can't even start unless we start cooling it, that's for sure. Okay, here, let's see what happens. Already pretty cold, brittle. Little brittle. Little brittle. Oh man, if only that camera worked like really good when I did that. Whatever. I don't know. Close-up shots? Nobody does those anymore, pal. It's unreal. Yeah, you know, cameras could be smarter, but fuck it. You know, imagine a camera that would, like, when something got close to it, actually sensed it, and, like, the autofocus actually focused up close. Imagine that. You know, they do it, but they're not sensitive enough, and it's like, why? Make it more sensitive. Why should I have to hold something all the way up to the fucking camera? You fucking idiots. That's what we got off the first. Okay. A little cold. You snap it off really fast. It does, it works pretty good that way. But you gotta have, like, there's like a little thing to it. Like, there's a little finesse to being able to do that. Sometimes it's just easier to just get it cold. You could see I'm pulling it off pretty easily like this. Just snapping it off. There we go. Snapping that off. Okay, so there's still some on this side. Let's see what's on the other side. Fucking nothing. Like nothing. Just barely anything at all. But there's more on this side. It's just, it's hard to, it's not coming off for some reason. It's stuck. I'm just gonna leave it on there. What's on there? I'm just gonna leave it because it's not worth it to me. So I'm just gonna throw this away. But bow. That's going in with the jackhammer. That's gonna go right in there, pal. It's melting down to the bottom. Filling it back up again. It really makes it a lot easier for me whenever I pre-squish those buds down, and then I don't need a bag, you know, because a bag wastes so much. So much gets stuck inside the bag. If I just have the bud, I squish them together a little bit, and then, you know, it would help if they were a little moister. Could make the buds a little bit more moist, and that would make it easier. So what I could do is I could take a paper towel that's wet with water and put it inside this bag and let it sit for a few hours, and those buds would absorb that moisture, and they'd be a little softer, and they'd stick together and push down, and they wouldn't break apart. You wouldn't get the shake that flies off of there at all. It would just be like little sponges that stick like brownies, you know? So that's a way you could make that whole process a little bit easier, is to moisten the buds, all the entire bag, you know, would really help. That pre-process of sticking them together. Bud. Oh, wow. Bud. Score. Boy. That is quite a nice amount. I think I could get one more nice big fat bud in there. Why not? I mean, honeycomb is butter, bro. You know? This true black buttered up. Oops. Dude, my lights make it so fucking hard. I need another light. Because that light is... I have to tilt it up in the air. Camera's got to be looking down. From here. Here we go. There we go. See how that buttered up? Everything's backwards. I'm trying to do this all backwards. See, that's butter. Buttery. That's that true black too strong. True black too strong. Oh yeah, the top's down here. I got you. You guys are going on Twitter and retweeting all my tweets, man. I try to retweet all your tweets. And, you know, like them at least. Idris Elba has tested positive for COVID-19. Yeah, and then he's sitting there with his fucking sister, getting her fucking infected. He's an idiot. I mean, how the fuck do you think you got it, man? Now you're sitting there with your goddamn sister right next to you, making a fucking video on Twitter. God damn, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Just the stupidity there. It knows no bounds. here is a nice pressed. I think it's ready for action. Look at that. You guys see this? I pressed those buds down and now they're a nice little. And then we'll take a piece of paper. It's already folded in half. We'll put this right in the middle. And now we're going to try to hold that in place like this. And we'll put this right in those plates. Put it right under the post, right in the center. I'm going to get down here on my knees and I'm just going to look and see how centered it is. Had some separation here. A little separation. Minor separation here. Okay, let me see. Okay, it's looking pretty goddamn good actually. So I think I could start with the. I just start like this and then get a better idea once I start pressing it down. How it's looking here. Okay, that kind of beat in a little bit more there. I think I feel better about that now. Okay. I think I feel pretty good about that. Let's see how we do. Okay, right up to 9.5 tons of pressure. Right on the heat. We put those buds right on the heat. Let's see if we get any sort of a response out of them. Here we go. We got a little bit coming out under the S there. Under the E and the S, and now a little bit under the P. We've got a little bit of flow there. A little bit of oil happening. Rogan is stirring in the background. The Rogan is stirring. The creature. The big-headed creature. Plates are misaligned. The plates are way off. I forgot to realign them before I pressed, I guess. So that's a little bit of a problem. Let's see if there's any oil coming out of the back. Oh, no, I just fucking got a blowout out the backside. So I don't have all the flour being pressed. There's a blowout out the back, but that's okay. I don't know if there's any oil trying to come out the back. Yeah, there is. It's going to get sucked into the blowout. That was a big blowout out the back. I didn't realize I had it back that far. I usually don't make that mistake. But, I'll show you guys. It's pretty bad. Let me see if there's any more activity coming out. Anything happening here before I... I'm gonna have to repress that. So let's do it. Let's just repress the blowout. Okay. There we go. Maybe the blowout's not as bad as I thought it was. There we go. Oh, it's not that bad at all. Holy shit. Okay, cool. Here, I'll show you guys. And we can repress that. Little bit of swing and a miss here. There we go. this is the bud that I missed. We'll set that aside. And then here's the blowout. See the blowout where I missed it there? And that all needs to be cut off with the scissors and then repressed. We can do that quickly right now. I've got some scissors right here. So what we'll do is we'll take the scissors. We'll cut this off right here. Okay, then I think we could take a little bit here on the end too. Why not? Okay, and it's already nice and hot, so we could kind of do this in a hurry. It would be advantageous. So we'll take a piece of paper. And you guys might be surprised how this little bit, when we press this little bit, how much really comes out of it. So here, we're just going to do this. Just what didn't get pressed. Okay, we're going to put that right here. Try to keep it straight. Okay, and we're going to try to pop that right on the press here. I'm going to try to straighten my plates out just a little bit here. There we go. I think that should work. And now let's see what we get out of this second press. I don't see anything coming out of the plates yet, but in the meantime, we're over here now, and we're just going to tweeze off some of this stuff that we don't want. A little bit of where that blowout was. Get some of that out of the way. We don't want this in our rosin. Little pointy tweezers come in handy to get little flecks of flour out of your rosin here. Okay, I think we are clear enough here to collect this now. Let's go ahead and put this on ice. Put this over here. Flat surface, and it should be cold enough. Is there anything coming off this plates? I don't see. Oh yeah, off the side I do see some oil coming off the plates. That's good. And even with the blowout, we got a good return. Some really pretty rosin. So it's, you know, even when you have a mistake like that, it's usually you don't have to worry. You're still going to be getting some stuff, you know, and you just keep going, doing your thing. And the law of averages will win out every time. I mean, you keep doing it, you're going to keep getting better and better returns. So a little blowout like this basically won't even, you know, hurt you at all. Okay, so let me look at this. Okay. First half. Go on over to the second half now. Right here. This might be getting a little too shattery. We might have to take it off now. It got a little too cold on us, so we'll move it over until it warms up, and then we'll put it back on the ice again. We can go to that fast mode, which works really good. Like this. Quick snaps. You know, the snappier, the more you retrieve. And then we flip the page over and see what's on the other side. We do have a little bit on there, so we'll go ahead and get that. Just a little bit. Not even so much as a dab, but it's enough to make a difference in weight. So we'll take it. Okay, there it is. Done. Just look at that really fast. There's a couple of little areas I could okay, that's it. Jack Harer. Going in the Jack Harer bin. We're just filling this thing up more and more. Great. This thing was just about empty, you know, had just a little bit at the bottom. Maybe had like eight or 10 dabs at the bottom. And now look. It's almost half full. I figure we should do a dab and celebrate. Oh, should I pull that stuff off the press? It's probably bacon. Oh my goodness. Goodness, remember I told you you're going to be impressed when you see how much oil came off? Look at this. Oh my God. There's what we squished. Those were those pieces that were fucked up. But look what I got out of it. Hey kids, Woods the Owl here. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Hoo! Let the dogs out. Woodsy did. Woo! I sound like Mr. Bill, didn't I? Oh no! Oh, wow. Wow. My goodness gracious. Work, 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 you know, and it's so worth it when you get these rewards, you know. Hey, Connie Morrison. Look at what's coming off what we lost so far, and I'm not even halfway done. And there's some on the back, too, of this page. Unreal. My focusing eyes, it's like, hey, come on, work. I gotta see what I'm doing here. I put up a tweet. I would love it if you guys would participate on it. It's a quiz, and it asks a few questions, and read all the answers, and then you answer the one that you think is the best. It's not a quiz; it's a poll, which is the best answer. It's a poll. Oh, look at what's on the back. Can you believe that? Wow, I'm shocked. Look, I'm shocked. I told you there was going to be a lot, but I'm shocked at that right there. That is crazy. Okay, there's a little bit left on here, but it's by the parchment paper. I'm just going to throw it away. Say fuck it. It's about a dab, though. Wasted a dab because I ripped the paper. I went a little too heavy on the pressure there. I should have done there. I got a lot of it off. I should have done see that? I should have done 8.5 tons, but I went like almost 10 tons. I got greedy. Plus, it was the second press on that stuff. All right, so here we go. Jack Herer going in here. Basically doing this by feel because I can't see up close like this. My eyes are just... So with that, it's almost half full. Not bad. Once that melts down, I think that container's freaking half full. You know, little hair dryer action. Find out real quick. Stuff melts down real easily. But in the meantime, why don't we do another dab of this Jack Herer? Well, we got it right here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A little dab? A little dabby? Won't you like to do a little dabby with me? We're gonna do a little dabby, hey boo boo. We're gonna get the picnic basket and do some dabby dabs. Look at the oils left on those fucking plates. It's despicable. Disgusting. Look at that wasted oil. Despicable. My eyes are black. Cool. Black eyes. That's cool. What's up, New York Slice? Haven't seen you forever. Had a low-grade fever. Oh my God, James Simon. I thought, James Simon, don't you live out in the middle of nowhere by yourself, like out on property and shit? How are you exposed to that? It's still there. The wind carried it. It is airborne. The wind carried it to you. Certainly, that must be it. Now I've got oil on my fingers again, but I don't have a towel per se. I've got trendy paint oil. All right, whatever. I'm heating. I'm getting ready for 7:10 with my friends. You guys want me to do the math on the coronavirus? I will do the math for you and tell you how many people, and how many people will die according to the records that they're presenting. Okay, as of right now, 181,562. Divided by 7,138. Equals 25.4. So out of 26, 25 people, one person's going to die out of every 25 people that get this disease. And that's with only what they know about it right now. That could get worse, or it could get better. Hopefully it'll get better. So far, right now, it keeps getting worse every day, and it's exponentially, the amount of people getting it around the world is going up exponentially, and now Africa is fucking, I warned you Africa was going to get it. You guys should see what Africa looks like now. It's everywhere. Cheers. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't just for all. You guys, let me get another paper towel with alcohol on it. Looks like it's raining outside. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, kids are little incubators for this virus. I heard they don't get sick by it, but they can carry the hell out of it. Yeah, that hit was good. I'm getting all cleaned up here. Hell yeah. I feel good about having a lot more Jack hair dabs. Yeah, and I tell you what, then people are gonna say, this economy's not as good as Donald Trump said it is, because what James Simon just said, he said now all these people gonna be out of work, people that live paycheck to paycheck is gonna be fucked. They are going to be fucked, and they will be fucked, and they will remember the words of Donald Trump saying, I'm making a fantastic economy. This is the best economy. And those people that are out of work, that can't go to work, that can't afford to get sick and go to the store and do whatever, take care of themselves, they're going to remember Donald Trump come November. If there's any of us left to vote. They're saying millions of people could die. We're at 7,138 deaths. They're saying millions could die from this. That's fucking insane. Yo, Jeffrey. Yeah, so like I told you, Africa's not looking good. Mexico's still hanging in there. But, Mexico looks like they might be getting worse. I don't know. Mexico's really doing well with it, man. Needs to do a Bush. They've had a lot of deaths in Washington. Washington has had 48 deaths in Washington. 904 cases in Washington. Washington State. Dude. 48 deaths. California's got 7 deaths. 557 confirmed cases. You want me to divide 48 into 904? Jeez, it's like 20, right? It's like 1 in. No, wait. Here, wait. 904 divided by 48. Let me do this. Okay, 904 confirmed cases divided by 48 deaths equals 18. 19. Out of every 19 people that got it in Washington, there's a death. It's even deadlier in Washington than it is in the rest of the world, guys. Do the math. You don't want to get this in Washington because if 18 other people have it, you could die out of those 18 people. That's how bad it is. Man, it's getting worse and worse and worse. 18, man. 18. South Carolina? South Carolina says... "33 confirmed cases, 1 death." 1 in 33. So 33 people get it in South Carolina and 1 person dies. That's easy to see. Anytime there's 1 death, that's what it is. Whatever the other number is. 1 out of 33 people die. Knife forging. Billy Brutus, you got your trendy paint oil and it's amazing. Right on, Jonah. Man, New York, you got a better chance of surviving in New York, man. 967 cases, only 10 deaths. 0 recovered, though. That means there's going to be more deaths in New York, guaranteed. 10 out of 967. It's 1 out of 90. 1 out of 96. That's pretty good. Those are good odds right now in New York. But all that means is that there's a lot of people getting ready to die real quick here in New York. I got the trending. Okay, Georgia's at its 121 confirmed cases, but only 1 death. Georgia is at its 121 confirmed cases. 1 death. I got Georgia. Yeah, 121, 1 death. Let's say how many people didn't get tested yet? My opinion, everything should have been shut down sooner. They say everything will be okay, and they say. I love people come in and are like, they. Who is they? You know, Trump told us this was going to be gone in April. He also told everybody not to worry that we weren't going to have a problem. When that first person came in from China with it, he said, we've got this completely handled. Not a problem. The news, you saw it on the news. They say everything will be okay in August. What news program, Jeffrey? What news program says everything will be okay in August? Because, you know, it's not going to be okay for the 7,138 people who died and their families. That's a lot of people. You got to imagine that's 7,138 people. That's probably way over 14,000 people who've been affected now by this. Because they were somehow related to that person that died. How many people? How many family members did each of those people have? You know? It's affected a lot of people. So for them, it's not going to be fucking okay in August. Trump is a fucking liar, says Jeffrey. Bubble says flipping liar. I think it's in here longer than you think. They just doesn't so sorry. Yes, some hoax, says Lisa. How are we going to safely vote in November? Mail-in ballots? Hippie chick? Mail-in ballots? Duh. Really? You didn't think of that? Hippie chick, you didn't fucking think of that? Hello, by the way. If the government has a vaccine for the virus, why aren't they passing out the vaccine? They are taking days to remove the bodies. Yeah, I know. I was just saying what I heard. I know you said they. I'm just wondering where, who. That's all. Where'd you hear it? Who said it? I don't believe that bullshit. You know, the fact that it's in every state except for one in the United States tells me that people are still traveling around. Idiots. Stop. Stop traveling around, you fucking idiots. You know? Shut it off. It's crazy. You saw it on 6 News, Jeffrey? Huh. Jonah. When I think about how this virus has spread around the world like this, I just think about how dumb we are. We're just dumb. For what we have at our disposal, we're just dumb. You know, we could have been globalists. Imagine that if we were a globalist planet. We're all connected with each other. And as soon as that virus broke out, we could have shut everything down globally. Boom, we could have all been on the same page. But who wants to get on the same page? You know, watch some fucking alien movies. When have you ever seen a fucking alien movie where the aliens that come and invade us, like, are different from each other or are not on the same page with each other? Think about it. That's the way we're supposed to be. Advanced races have come together globally, you know, in our imagination, because that is what we should fucking be, man. We should all be working together. But, oh, nationalism, oh, America, yeah, American flags, yeah, nationalism. And now you have the virus sweeping the world because we're not talking to each other, and we've got an idiot for fucking president. How the fuck have I been live for so long? Oh my god. I think I'm boring you guys. I think I'm boring you. No, man, flags are important, man. Yeah, flags. Woo, flags. Yeah. Fuck that other country. Yeah, we don't need to listen to them. No, put up a wall and forget about them. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to fucking be in treaties and fuck the Paris Accord and fuck all that shit. Nah, we don't need to do that. Nah. Let's pull out of the Iran deal. Yeah, let's do all that shit. Yeah. We're not fucking with nationalism. Yay, America. Yay. America. Yay, America. Yay. Hopefully green on. That's where nationalism gets you. That's where Donald Trump gets you. Donald Trump gets you the coronavirus all around the world. And have you guys heard, this is actually nationally reported news now, Donald Trump really did try to make a deal with Germany to secure a cure for the virus with a patent on it, so only America would have access to it. That's what Donald Trump wanted to do. He tried to pay off Germany with our money. Think about that. Jeffrey, that's exactly what I've been doing. You know what? I've been live streaming 3 times a day for hours, and I'm telling people I'm trying to keep them in their homes, giving them something to watch, people to talk to on the chat. And I've seen other live streamers saying the same thing on their streams now. But I was saying it a few days ago. Now I'm hearing other streamers go, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna stream every day now." Huh? Great idea. Now that there's a coronavirus, I'm gonna stream every day now. Listen, you guys, you all need to follow each other on Twitter too. And you all need to retweet and like each other's tweets as well. Okay? And the easy way to do that is if you guys are tweeting at TrendyAsDabbers, is to just search TrendyAsDabbers and find each other. I'm going to be putting up lists of your names so you guys can all click on and easily find each other. I'll make it really easy. I've been collecting all of your names. Everybody that's active on Twitter, I've got your names, and your at symbols from Twitter. So I'll be putting up tweets that have everybody's name listed, so you guys can just click on each other. You guys all need to follow each other, support each other. I notice there's people on there, they got on Twitter and they're not supporting me. I see you tweeting and doing stuff, but you're just totally ignoring everything that Trendy As Dabbers is doing, which is fine if that's what if you want to do, But if I see you, I'll include you, and I'll send people towards you, even if you're not supporting me. Even if you're not supporting me, it's okay. And I know who you guys are, that are on Twitter, that aren't supporting me. I know who you guys are. I go to my other channels, and I see you try to interact with one of my channels, and you did like one tweet, and then you just gave up on it. I see it all. I was going through all my channels today. You guys probably noticed that. So for those of you that are into it, that want to help, man, it's Trendy As Dabbers at Twitter. Okay? At Trendy As Dabbers. When you write a tweet, put at the end of it or at the beginning of it at Trendy As Dabbers. That way I'll get to see it and like it. Jeffrey Barkley, Trendy As Dabbers, the only reason you have a Twitter? Okay, that's good, but I hope you expand your horizons on Twitter as well. Because if you're only watching me, then it's just an echo chamber. You gotta watch other people like Jimmy Dore and Ron Placone and Steph Zamarata and Graham Elwood and Lee Camp and there's a lot of people that I like to watch on Twitter that I follow. I follow a lot of people and I enjoy their tweets. And I interact with them. Some of them are starting to interact with me. It's a good thing, man. It's good. I know you guys, some of you don't see my tweets, but when I logged into my other accounts today, dude, those Trendy As Dabber tweets were right at the top of my fucking follow list. So you maybe haven't gone over to Trendy As Dabbers and you might click the follow button, but you haven't clicked that little fucking bell icon that says all tweets on it. And then you haven't gone over and you haven't liked every single thing that I've tweeted. I keep saying that. Like every single thing I've tweeted, guys. There's still some of my tweets that have like 2 likes on them. So I know you guys aren't doing it. It's just a matter of going over there and scrolling through and hitting like. I try to do it every day. I try to keep up with it. I try to like every single thing that you guys put up. If you put it at Trendy As Evers, does anybody want to say that you notice that I like your shit? Anybody? I don't think anybody's even said that. Like, nay, yeah, thank you. You've liked a lot of my things. Nobody. It's like I haven't done a goddamn thing for any of you. Hey, man, have I liked any of you? Have I liked any of your tweets? That when you make them at Trendy As Dabbers? Have I liked any of those? Let me know. Oh, yeah? Yeah, Dave C., I like your shit. Steve Running, yeah? Oh, I liked 15 of your tweets today. Oh, you noticed, huh? Oh, well, you're all welcome. I want you to know I've noticed you guys doing the same thing for me. And I'm there every day trying to do that shit for you guys. And those of you who've given up and you're not doing it anymore, I don't see you anymore. But those of you guys that are doing it every day, I'm seeing you. Sorry, was not thinking. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. You guys are doing it for me. You know? Recognize. Hey, man. Did you notice that I may have got 2 more follows for you guys today from my other 2 accounts? Any of you? Get 2 new follows? Did you follow those channels back? You probably already were following them and I followed you back. Because I don't check those accounts, and today I did, and I saw all of you that had friended those accounts. Hey, Taylor. Oh, had a baby. Right on, Taylor. Congratulations. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nick. Good. Well, you guys keep doing the tweeting. You keep doing the tweeting that you're doing. And pretty soon, somebody's going to do something. Now, when you see somebody like Nick or Steve or David C. Baker, and they tweet at someone like Tim Black, Jimmy Dore, and Ron Placone, and they say, hey, when's one of you guys going to have Trending A on your show to interview? And you should say, he talks about you guys on his show all the time. He's very supportive of you guys. You send a tweet like that, and then the rest of you retweet that. Whoever sends it, if it's Dave C., or Nick Brown, or Steve Running, or any of you guys, or me even, any of those tweets, go and retweet them. And if you don't know how to retweet, it's that little button with the two arrows that make a square. 2 arrows make a square, right? Click that button, click with message, retweet it at Trendy As Dabbers, then retweet it at Ron Placone, retweet it at Tim Black, retweet it at Lee Camp, retweet it at Jimmy Dore. And when you're tweeting it at Tim Black, it's at real Tim Black. You know, retweet it at Joe Rogan. And then the rest of you like it. Like the retweets and interact with each other and talk about it and build up a community that supports Trendy Ass Dabbers on Twitter, and then you will start bringing other people from Twitter, and that's important, into the trendies, and that's important. So when you're interacting with people on Twitter, blah 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 blah, at so and so, hey, you should check out this guy I watch 3 times a day. I see you're into cannabis. You should check this guy out. He talks about blah 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 blah. And all of you should go to Trendy As Dabbers on Twitter and take that poll. The poll that I put up. Scroll through until you find it. I put up a poll. Find the poll, take the poll, retweet the poll, enjoy the poll. And you guys should also be retweeting my Wuhan virus, which is doing really well, man. My Wuhan virus tweet that I put up today, I added 3 other tweets to it. It's got graphs and charts, information, opinion on it, everything. And it's got massive amount of attention today. I could check it. It actually tells you how good the tweet is doing. Here, let me go to my my Twitter account here. Okay. Jimmy Dore just posted 2 minutes ago. There you go. Jimmy Dore just posted 55 seconds ago, it says. Oh no, Secular Talk just posted. Thoughts? Kyle asks for our thoughts, like he's going to interact with us. Off-grid, problem solved. All right, so what was I doing here? I was looking up my tweets, right? Yeah, I was going to look at that. I was going to tell you how good that tweet was doing. All right, it's got... This one's got 4 retweets. Did you guys see the steel wool cleaning video I put up today? You will see this if you Google largest stock market drop in history. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. 178,508 confirmed cases. Now it's 181. With 7,055. Now it's 7,138 deaths. Okay, let's check the tweet activity. You click on tweet activity, and then you click view all engagements. Dude, I've almost hit 10,000 impressions on that tweet today, guys. 10,000. It's probably one of the best tweets I've ever put out. It's because of you guys retweeting it and giving it visibility. It's got 913 total engagements, 9,883 impressions. It's got 734 media engagements. It means the times people actually clicked on the photo to enlarge it. 735 people did that. The people viewed the details about the tweet 78 times. They liked it 42 times. Got 30 hashtag clicks, which had a bunch of hashtags. No law regarding cannabis was the first one. Well, that's in my name. Wuhan coronavirus, all those. Retweets, 13 retweets, 10 profile clicks, so I got 10 people to check out my profile. That's cool. 5 replies, 3 of those are probably from me. And 1 link click on the URL, which was a Twitter link. Oh, it just went up. I just saw the rate go up while I'm sitting here. It goes up while you're... Oh my God. 9,910. That's so cool. 9,913. It's going up. 9,920. You can literally watch it going up, man, in real time. I love this shit. Yo, Enoch, what's up? Yeah, you saw. Did you guys see my steel wool cleaning on my Instagram? Trendy As Dabbers on Instagram. Trendy As Dabbers on Instagram. If you want to see the steel wool video, I may have put it up on Twitter too. There's a link to it at least. 9,923. 9,924. I love it, man. I love sitting here watching that happen, man, in real time. I can't wait till it hits 10,000. 10,000 impressions, man. I got lucky, man. I put up a couple tweets today that got recognized by a few people with big Twitter followings. That was one of them. And 7 people have voted. Hey, doggy. Hey, look who's come to visit, everyone. Trendy Rogan. What's up, Trendy Rogan? Hello. Hello. How's my baby boy today? He needs his ears cleaned right away. I know, I gotta use that stuff. I gotta use that stuff. Hey, buddy. Hey. How's it going, big head? You got a big head. Look, Tyler. Are you Tyler? Tyler a little bit. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, is your ear bothering you? Yeah. Right here? Here. What, right in there? How's that? Does that feel better? Ugh. He's trying to put his paw in his ear, man. Clean it out. Really bothering you. That ear is really bothering you. You want to go outside? Alright, I gotta take him out for a walk, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. No law regarding cannabis. If you guys want to support me, I'd like to stay until 7:10. Maybe I'll stay until 7:10. All right, you guys hang out. I'm gonna take the dog out. Okay, and I'll be right back. Oh, I gotta put him on a leash. It's your right ear. Oh, just do. Oh shit. Hey, buddy. I know, yeah, I'll put my shoes on. I know. No socks, just my shoes. Because I'm in a hurry. That's right. Okay. Almost ready. You look really excited. We just gotta grab my jacket and a leash, son. That's right. Alright. Oh, you look happy. Okay, let's go. My jacket. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I just gotta take him out. He's not gonna be long at all. Hey, buddy. Yeah, come here, you. Oh, he's been so good lately. Come on, buddy. good to go. We just got to do your ears now, buddy. You just got to clean those ears. That's kind of like the priority right now. So he'll stop trying to scratch at them. How many years have I been doing this? I think 5. I've been live streaming for. I've been putting up videos for over 10 years. But the live streaming, you know, I don't know what year I started live streaming. I really don't know. I've kind of lost track. I've been saying 5 years for a long time, I think. I really need to do his ears. Hey, did you grab my shoe? I took off with it. Because he's a bad boy. He's a bad boy. Yes, he is. What do you got there? What do you got? Oh, I know you see that. He's so smart. He sees me coming over with the solution. Oh, look at him. He's like, no. Rogan, this is what makes your ears clean, though, buddy. You just gotta let me do this, okay? Oh, I know you hate that. I know you hate that. And we're gonna do both at the same time, just like last time. Hold on. Yeah. I know. We're gonna get that. We're gonna clean those ears. He hates this. Okay, good boy. Good boy. Rogan. You couldn't wait. Okay, that's pretty good. That's nice and clean. Nice and clean. Then we'll do this side. Hold on. Where's all the dirt at? What's bothering you in there? These are clean. Man, his ears are really clean. Oh, well, here you go. I see a little bit. Here. Oh, yeah. Here. How's that? How's that feel? Does it feel better? How your ears feel now? How your ears feel, but it's still bothering you? Hold on. Wish I knew where in there it was that was bothering you, you know? Does it feel better? Don't scratch at it with your paw, buddy. Let me look. There's a little dirt right there. Right here. There. Oh, yeah, there was some. How's that feel? Is that better? How's that? Is that better? Was that the one? Was that the one, buddy? There's still a little dirt in there. I got it. I'm sure there's probably more to be. He's still, God, it's still bothering him a little bit. No. What? Stop. Why? Why are you doing that? He's driving me crazy because he's gonna hurt his ear with those claws of his. He's gonna rip his ear apart. Oh, right on, Jazz. Hey, 3 minutes. Bye bye, Blue Jaws. Top of the hour. Let me go wash my hands. Yeah. Nice. Whew. Does he stop messing with his ear? How you doing? You doing better? Feeling better? Maybe we got it. It may have just been one little fucking thing in there that was just itching him, you know? Driving him fucking crazy. He's not equipped to put anything in his ear to clean it out. I already did. That was the first thing I did, Kathy. I put drops in and I massaged the ears. That was exactly what I did. No, he stopped. He stopped. He stopped trying to scratch it. Top of the hour. Cheers, everybody. He's he seems okay. I'm just gonna let him lie down. He's just lying down right there. Oh no, he's messing with now. He's messing with his ear a little bit. I mean, I could clean the ears again, but I just don't want to overdo it. You know, I don't want to irritate it. I don't know when the last time was I cleaned it. I think it was like 4 days ago. But he went out last night and he ran around on the backyard, out in the backyard, and got, you know, I don't know into what. And he may have slipped down. He's in the snow. He may have been falling over. His ears catch so much dirt. How you doing, buddy? Come here. Are you mad at me? You know I love you, right? I love you, Rosin. I love you, buddy. I love you, buddy. He was reacting to a food, huh? Well, legit. I mean, I'm pulling dirt out of his ears every time I clean them. Those Q-tips get dirt. When I pull them out of his ear, you know, I mean, there's all kinds of flecks of sand and wax buildup in there, and it's the color of the sand out there. You know, it's that orange color, that lava shit, whatever the fuck. Lava clay. It's crushed rock, is what it is. What's my YouTube channel? Trendy as Dabbers on YouTube. Trendy as Dabbers. I've got 21 channels. A whole bunch of them are called Trendy as Dabbers. You'll find them. The big one is the one with 25 or 24,000 subscribers. I don't know how many he has now. I haven't checked in a long time. Yeah, but the problem is we live in a dusty, dirty area, and he's got those big ears, and they just catch all the dust and dirt and buildup, man. I want to get him a set of doggy earmuffs. Neves, 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 Neves. Dark brown, knew it could be ear mites. It's not black or dark brown. It's orange. It's the color of the sand out there. You're always angling for ear mites. Here he comes.
Hey, you're back. I thought you were mad at me. You came back to say hello. Hey, buddy, why are you so big? Why are you so big? Where are you going? Where are you going? Come back over here. Where are you going over there? Come over here. Hey, you're beautiful. Why are you so beautiful? Oh, should I pick you up?
He walked away. You don't want me to pick you up? He's like, come over here. Come over here and play with me. You see that? That's so cute. He's all, come over here, man. Come over here and play with me.
Playtime. It's playtime. Yeah, it's playtime. Oh, 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 oh. It's Rogan time. It's time for Rogan's special treatment. Yes, it is. His ears all clean. He feels a lot happier. He's a lot happier now. He's got me pinned down to the ground. I can't get up. Oh,
God. Oh yeah, bite me. That's great. Bite my hand. Yeah, that's good. That's a good doggy. Oh God. Oh yeah. Ah.
what's up, baby boy? What's up, baby boy? My baby boy, Logan. He needs a lot of attention. He needs a lot of attention. He needs a lot of attention, and then that makes him happy. And then he gets tired and goes to sleep. Oh,
You got a toy? You got a toy to play with? You're killing me. You're on my arm. Oh, you're killing me. Oh, oh, oh. Here, let me see. What do we got here? This. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
playing pool games. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. Look at that.
86 deaths. 4,459 cases in the United States with 86 deaths. Good boy. Good boy. You're streaming me on YouTube now. Thank you, Jazz. I appreciate that. Yes. It's 7:10. I wanted to stay until 7:10 for you guys. And it is 7:10. 7:10. That's the time that I want. Yeah, look at the time. It's 7:10, everyone. Look at the time, everyone. It's 7:10. Wow. You know, the North Koreans and the Chinese are working in conjunction with the shape-shifting reptilian aliens, interdimensional aliens that are, of course, sifting through our thoughts as we speak. You know, Obama knew about this. Of course, they kept this under wraps, working with the DEA, who was working with this as well. FEMA, of course, was installing the interdimensional portals so that we could literally have them traveling back and forth through their dimension, come here and suck our thoughts out of our brains. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Happy 7:10. Enjoy your evenings. No law regarding cannabis. And if you really do want to help me out, go to Twitter, make an account, and start retweeting Trendy As Dabbers. And we will see you over there. There's a whole bunch of us there now. It's a lot of fun. So that's where you'll find me. If I'm not on live, I'm on Twitter. All right. Thanks, guys. Stay inside. Stay away from people. Wash your hands. And don't be ashamed to get a face mask, you know, and take care of yourselves, okay? Just be safe. All right. Better safe than sorry. That's what I like to say. Stitch in time and all that shit. Rogan's ripping up my shoe. You guys see that? Bad doggy. Bad doggy. Bad doggy. Oh, shouts out to Jimmy Dore and shouts out to Jimmy Dore and Steph Zamarata and Ron Placone, but especially Steph Zamarata and Jimmy Dore for reading out the endorsement today for Trendy Pain Oil. It's just wonderful. He talked for quite some time. It got recorded on the live stream. So got another endorsement from Jimmy Dore. Fantastic. Shouts out to Tim Black, Ron Placone, of course, Lee Camp. Check him out. Check out Graham Elwood, and check out Secular Talk, Kyle Kalinske. You know, and shout me out to him. I'm fucking with that guy all the time, but he just ignores me. He doesn't know who I am. I realize that now. None of these people really realize that I have a show. They don't know anything about Trendy As Dabbers. They don't know the name. They don't know that I got a show. They don't know that I've been around longer than a lot of them have on YouTube. So, and they don't know that I've been doing cannabis, you know, ever since I started. So, it's kind of exciting. They're just finding out about me. All right, guys. I'll see you on Twitter at Trendy As Dabbers. And remember, trendyasdabbers.com is the place to go to learn all you need to learn about making your own trendy pain oil or getting your own. Getting some right from there. I highly recommend this. Big fan of this. I use it every day. All right. All right. Yeah, don't spam them, guys. Just retweet each other's tweets, follow each other. You guys will figure it out. I'll see you on Twitter. Bye, guys. Hey, no scratching your ear. No.